Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. It has been a weekend, and we are back into it. Oh, hope everyone had a good weekend. I actually had a pretty decent one. Was able to go to a friend's birthday party, which was nice. I actually controlled myself a little bit and didn't take any of the birthday cake home because I just have enough sugar in my life as is. Was able to do some work that I had been needing to do for yesterday, so that got all done. And have just kind of been relaxing and chilling out right now. It's been decent. Just kind of keeping on top of the news, and some people in power I just want to punch. I want to knock them right the bleep out. No, some of these people just need to get hit. They just need to get a broken nose. Anyway, we're not going to talk about that anymore. Continue on. So, I actually played a little earlier today. Didn't do a stream. I just decided that I needed to do some stuff. I'm glad that I did, because there actually was some work that I needed to do. So, because I hadn't touched this since last Tuesday. So, we're going to get back into Star Rupture. I'll briefly show you guys what I've done, and then we're going to work on it. And I'm going to kind of try to show you, kind of envision what I'm trying to do, and see if we can make this work. So, we are back on this section of the map, but I've changed around some things. So, you all know where I am. I'm at my T5 factory, which is right about here. But I have gone around and done a little bit of reworking. So, I have laid out the plan here for the inventory space, and I've actually moved everything into positions. But I've also done a couple other things. So, I have reworked how some of the base is laid out. I've removed some things that were a little redundant. But for the most part, everything's looking good. Oh, yeah, I forgot I didn't even do this part. To go ahead and add this, and then we'll continue on. Oh, nope, that's not what I want. I want a zipline pole. There. So I've moved a couple things around, and we're probably going to be moving things again. Just kind of show you how everything's set up at the moment. So, I have moved some things over here. So we've added a pressurizer, and we have two storage units. One's for sulfur ore, one's for the helium. They both feed into here, and they make pressurized helium now. We have moved over a handful of these orbital cargo launchers. So these are the upgraded ones. So they actually have inputs on all four sides. We will try and use those in the future, but for the time being, not particularly there. I have moved how the bases are connected. See, it used to go across there and down the cliff. I've now moved them, so then they go around. So they actually fully connect here. So they go along the cliffs and back down. So now we have this kind of cool look over this area. And this just continues down to where we are. We might go back here and do a little reworking on this factory. It's debatable, though. We might do something completely different to make it work. We'll see. I finally came to the decision that I'm just going to have all of the resources that we made in our tier 3, tier 4 come here, and we will have them going into here. So I'm not doing lots of extra work. I'm going to be adding things, but I'm not going to do a lot of extra stuff. So because of how the recipes are working, then I should only have to craft the new things that are adding to this. For example, it would be like titanium tubes or adding wolfram powder or something like that to some of the other stuff just to make them to the next tier. So I'm thinking of a couple things. My first thought is, because I don't want to spoil the water here or this area in the middle, I'm thinking of making something kind of like a circuit, a round circuit. So we would have resources out run out of here, and they would run out through this line. And they would go around on rails to whatever's needed over there. Then they would come back down out of there, would go over to that base, which I'm going to rework. Right now, my the sulfuric acid's right there. I'm thinking of actually moving that. Or at least re-changing it because it's going to stay over there. I am running out of kind of the power, the core base here. So can't really use this area for manufacturing itself. That stuff's going to then come over here and then come back into here. It will feed into this central line. As you see, I've set this up. So it comes into the central line, and it can either go into these ones. It can either go into these ones, or it takes a curve here, it comes around, and comes into these lines. Of course, coming through these lines, it will then eventually curve around to there. Now, I also have a calcium deposit set up here. We're going to rework this to try and do something a little different. If necessary, we could potentially have stuff kind of here, but I'm hoping to kind of keep things kind of isolated because we do have vermin that pop up, and I don't want to have to be feeding tons of turrets. So, what I'm hoping to have happen is that, and that's the other thing I need to show you. So I went back to the tier 3, to the tier 3, tier 4 base, our previous one, and I ended up doing some rework on the, because you remember I got rid of the orbitals because we weren't going to need them anymore, and I took a stupidly long time getting just one cargo depositor going. I decided to change things around. And it ended up being a little bit of a stroke of luck because, so I have redone this. We now have all these cargo launchers here, all these cargo delivery points here that are fed in from my resources. So that's why I don't want to grab anything else from this place because it's going to be fully tossing out all of our, for the most part, all of our level 3 and 4 materials to our tier 5 and potentially tier 6. I don't know how, we'll see how that works. If it can't work out that we can make up to tier 6 as well at this place, we'll have to find another spot. And potentially another small factory location where we can continue. So I added some more power because essentially we had to add a bunch of this here. So we're moving a lot of the stuff here. So this has stuff like our pipes and our glass and the rotors and the stabilizers and the synthetic stuff like that. But I also had a path here that was taking the helium. So the helium still comes out of these factories here. They run down this pipe and down this rail and back down into the factory. So now this rail is being used pretty consistently. Which was kind of nice, which I thought was kind of nice. I have not put up the receivers for these. So give me 1 second here. I think I got pinged. I did. And I need to look at this. Okay. Okay, sorry about that. Got an email. Just had to delete it. Okay, so yeah, now we have all the stuff that's going to be going to the next area through these cargo things. So that is going to be part of the wheel, the circuit that I'm going to be making. Is that wherever we have more or less room or where it makes the most sense, we're going to apply the cargo receivers to these ones, hook them up, and then we'll have them all in the system, essentially. And then we'll just be adding things, and each of them will go to their own little areas. I have yet to fully figure that out. That's what the stream's going to be for today. So that's kind of how it's all set up right now. I'm thinking we might actually come back here and grab some wolfram from here and have it sent over as well. I have yet to think of it up. Originally, when I was doing this earlier, I tried setting up some stuff here. Then I realized, oh, I'm going to connect these two factories together. I kind of don't want to do that because now we're having a fight for power, which is already going to be stressed enough as it is. So I thought better of it. So we still have this system here. And then this system, there's enough room over there that we can make that turn all into cargo transporters for the next area. So I am thinking a little bit ahead of this. If we have to, we can also go to that area over here, this big open area here. I don't know how far I'm going to go with that. It can't be used for power, at least as of right now. Solar panels can't go there. The Starlight is blocked completely, so I won't get any power. It's pointless. It actually won't let you put stuff there because it says Starlight is blocked, so it's pointless to put them there. Which is I think kind of nice of the devs to do that. But at some point we'll probably get around to actually getting the wind turbines at some point. So I'm thinking of moving this a little bit because this is as you saw, I put a big thing of platforms here to try and stop the what was it? It was the blood ferns here. I tried putting these down here to kind of keep those down, because I can't build stuff on top of this while they're active. Cannot build hazardous area. So I put some here because there was a bunch underneath here, as you can kind of see a little bit. See, there's one little frond that escaped, but everything else is kind of dead. So right after a rupture and the planet cooled down, I came out here and I just threw a big platform on here. So we can throw stuff onto here. We'll have to rework the zip lines if we do, but now this is possible to actually add some manufacturing to. I think the next question is that starting to get some of the additional factories added on and locating places to drop our current cargo dispatchers. So, because of how this is set up, I have helium that can be done over there and up there. So I'm thinking that this helium is going to be for any of the additional materials that we're making, and the rest is going to be used for the sulfuric acid, as well as not the sulfuric acid, but the pressurized helium and potentially the sulfuric acid. I am wary about taking the sulfur and transferring it over to that area, really, because I don't necessarily see the point in doing so. We'll have to see how it goes. If this works as I am imagining, and there's a chance that it might not, if I make a multi-rail circuit that goes along here, that means that we can just kind of move materials around in a circle. It won't nearly be as bad as I think. So I think the first thing we need to do is we need to work on getting the materials that we're adding in on top of our tier 4s to make tier 5s and tier 6s. Some tier 5s make tier 6s. I think one tier 6 helps make tier 5s, which is a little weird. I'm, of course, using the tiers as the Star Rupture Tools website labels them, which I think is a slightly backwards. So let me go ahead and look at my crafting calculations again. Okay, so we can start making applicators again. It's just tube and glass. I've already got a stack of it up there. So we're going to actually break that down, as well as majority of the factory that's up there, to try and figure out other things to make that work. So yeah, we're going to have to run over there. I'm thinking at some point we will move that. We will move this zip line over here and have this connected up so we could potentially just go in a circle and just stop where we need to, because it is going to be a circuit. So I also don't know how the bugs will feel about us putting anything below this ridge. So I'm trying not to do a whole lot. If it can stay in the little area here, I would prefer it, but there's no chance. There's not a guarantee that'll happen. So yeah, so if you guys remember, I was making applicators just so we could have some. I now need to make more. So I now need to get this set up and have this running through the system, and having these being created in some particular way, because these are currently taking the helium from down there and yanking up here and taking calcium powder from somewhere, I can't remember where, and sending it over here. But I think this is broken now. I don't think this is connected. Oh, it is. I don't know where that is located, actually. I kind of... It might be down there. It might be down at that situation there. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to build in this area. I tried earlier, even after a rupture, and it still said there's hazardous areas. So I don't know if that's glitched or that really is just unavailable to me. I don't know. So I have to see how that goes. But yeah, most of this is going to get broken down. We have a bunch of materials here. I have a bunch of materials in my inventory. It's going to be a mess. So what we'll probably need to do, because some of this will be used. This area will be used to be making certain things like plates and beams and stuff like that. But the manufacturing itself will probably happen out on this barren area here. And I'm going to try and hook it up in such a way that we can have things come into the manufacturing via the circuit and then leave the circuit another way. And hopefully we don't have too much of in the way of bottlenecks and stuff. I'm going to try and plan for that. So, let's go ahead and go back to, I also been noticing that the tools are not acting quite as well as they used to. So, yeah, so let's see. Go in here, we've got more crystal. I don't know why it keeps giving me crystal. I swear it's bugged. We're gonna take all this, all the wolfram stuff that I had from making stuff earlier, that actually I then changed my mind about. So a lot of this is gonna be staying in here until we get something hooked up. We're gonna feed into machines, and then we'll have to figure things out. So, hello, Zach. How was your weekend? Hope it went well. I currently have plans in mind. We'll see how they come to fruition. So, now I've gotten that. Let's go run back up there and get our applicators and start breaking things down, so we can plan for things more appropriately. I think what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try to utilize the 3-well multi-rails for moving things around, because that will leave us less blueprint in general, but it should make it also a little cleaner to just move things around because of how they work currently. Let's see. So this is still got lots of applicator. I'm going to go ahead and break this. I don't need this anymore. We're going to go ahead and just take all those. Let's see. Go ahead and break that down. We are breaking down and we're working on the factory today. There actually is a fair bit of space here. I'm hoping that I can get things to work the way that I need them to. The circuit shall be created, and then we'll try and work out the kinks. And kinks there will be, because I'm not a perfect man. All right, let's see. That's right. Get the applicators and put them in storage. So we have it here. Okay, there we go. Full thing of applicators, and that will be used in future creations. Let's go break down some of this stuff and see what we get material-wise. I'm gonna run down and grab some pricklers because I'm need to keep my food stocks up. So, by the way, I ended up getting a Panther Clipper, and I have done a basic an outfitting of it,
acquired,
just to work on the new Community Gull. It's a good-looking ship. It's huge. I'm gonna feel like I'm flying a Boeing 747 when I'm in it, but it'll be interesting to see. And because I've done the last couple Community Gulls, I actually have a couple colored paint jobs for it, so it's not going to be just the boring silver. Let's go ahead and break these down, and get the materials back, as well as keeping things from being made. Yeah, so I'll spend some of my freelancing stuff this week, the freelancing episodes, actually doing some Elite Dangerous, so I will probably do some tomorrow. We'll have to see. The last week or so, I've been not sleeping the best. I go to bed between 11 and 12, and I've been waking up at like 5, which is very unusual. Oh gosh. But for some reason, I just wake up and then I can't go back to sleep, and then I just put on a YouTube video or something, close my eyes, just listen to it. But I don't know why, because I used to be a bit of a heavier sleeper. I don't know what's going on recently. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and start breaking things down, and then we're gonna figure out what we need to put up. So. Now, I'm sure that sometime future me will be playing the game and going like, why was I actually not working on making some of my factories better in the long run? Because I'll get to the point where I'm starting to make even stuff further along, and it's like, well, this isn't working anymore because I'm having to wait for materials and stuff. I don't know. I'm trying not to worry about that sort of thing as of right now. So. Okay, so I have enough materials. Okay, so break that down. So we're gonna get bars and titanium. We're gonna get rods and plates and stuff like that. All stuff we're gonna need eventually. So, I'm gonna keep those. I'm gonna keep I will probably break those down, and we'll break those down eventually. I might reformat those to put them in a better spot. Just not yet. I am somewhat limited in my space up here, so I do want to try and be efficient with the titanium stuff. We will get rid of these furnaces because they're actually not doing their job. I also have no more inventory. As you can see, boxes on the floor. Looking like a fool with your boxes on the floor. Oh. All right. Okay, let's see. The Mega Press, we have to throw in... Throw anything else in? I don't think so. That's fine. Okay. I don't remember what we have to do in terms of the corporation stuff. This one requires the hardening agent. Okay. Electronics or impeller. Electronics. Battery, which you eventually unlock, and hardening agent or super magnet. So, yeah. Here. Okay. We're also going to be spreading out our power a bit, because this all will be connected, so I want to make sure that the power is not centralized on one spot. It wants to spread it out. Okay, so I think the first thing I need to do is I need to work out.
Ruptura activity detected.
I'll have to figure that out afterwards.
I recommend finding a safe place.
Is figure out where the circuit is going to go and how we connect everything together. We'll also have to go up there and set that stuff away. Oh, that's where our temporary calc powder is. That's right. Okay. So while this is going off, let me go ahead and take a look and see if our recipes here. Okay, so tubes, wolfram wire. Yeah, the wolfram's going to be a little bit of a trick. But we should be able to make something work. Like I said, we don't want to grab from here. And unfortunately, we can't grab from here if it's the area is swarming with vermin. The closest stuff is across this valley over here. In another area. Though, because of how this area is set up, I think it would be okay to actually grab from these here and bring them over and have them set up in on the rim of the valley somewhere. We could probably even put them right here. Or something. That way we actually have them available to us. What I would like to make is I would like it, if I could, to potentially make, to have stuff go around either direction. Now, that's gonna be a little, that would be tricky to do normally. I don't think it's viable as of right now.
Rupture has started. Hide.
Because when you have the 3 rails, you can make these go, you can make each of the 3 prongs go in either direction. So the thought of having one of them be going clockwise and one of them going counterclockwise has its appeal, but I don't know how viable that's going to be. The only way you can make them change lanes is through a rail modulator here, and that's a natural choke point. I don't think there's any way that I can conceivably do that. I'm thinking of this a little bit like how you'd work out a freeway exit, essentially, with a bridge and ways to get around it and all that jazz. I don't think it's possible without a lot of experimentation. Make it work. And I kind of don't want to do that. I don't want to be taking all that time just trying to figure it out. So, though I'm sure it's possible. So what we'll probably do is do the multi-rail itself. Yeah, if we do the multi-rail but keep it all in one direction, I think that'll work fine. Because if we're able to make it so then it says like, oh, if I need to go from the proverbial station 1, 2, and 3, if I need to go to station 3 from 1, it would go on to an inner rail and go fast, because that would be faster around. If you need to go to station 2, it would go on the outer rail. Essentially, ostensibly. Putting that into practice is going to be different, though. What thought up in here is not necessarily going to work out in the system itself, so we can only try. So, I think that's what we're going to do first, is we're going to set up the circuit itself, and I've made this possible so we could put things in via 2 directions, but I don't think that's really going to be possible in the long run. We will potentially have to get rid of our our zip lines to make this work and do them afterwards. So we'll see how this goes. Let me think here. We're also going to need to get down from here. I do have a ladder over there, but that's kind of just to kind of negotiate if I fall off close by. Stairs. Or another ladder, I guess. That'll work. These ladders need to be reworked. They're really not great. Stairs do a lot better job in this game. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and remove the zip lines, and we will redo them once we get the circuit set up. And hoping it works. So we'll keep that one there because I think that's where we're going to kind of keep the zipline stuff. So they overheated. Cool them down. And actually, while we're doing this, we should also be building the rail itself. So the direction in question we want to have. We also need to change this. I also need a favorite. These rails. Favorite. I need to rework my favorites at some point. Come on, game. Thank you. Okay. Looks like it's too long going down there, so it's going to be kind of up here. That works out just fine for me. I'll keep it a little high. So what I'm doing right now is I'm going to mark these out by the distance that they can go currently. And then when we get further along, I will actually do a little replacing. I will put the and building is colliding with something. Building's still good. I will then, when these are good, I will then put down the triples and have to do reconnecting the, and kind of, well, I guess I won't do that. I guess I will remove the ones and then build right in the same spot a triple, so I know where it is. And then I'll have to reconnect the rails, but we can do that when I go around making the whatever these are. I can't remember. Remaking that track so then I can so I can actually go around the circuit itself. So okay, building too long. Good spot right there. and we're gonna just get it to work its way up into the system. Actually, let's do that, because we're gonna have it break off here and go up the hill. When it comes back down, have it go there. And this is a case where we could actually use the triple, because I could have the helium go up on one of the rails up this way. So yeah, it says I can't even build this here, so this area is going to be spotty at best. Building is too long. Like I said, we'll have to change how these things kind of set up as we go along. Come back here and break this one. Keep those in place. Okay, so the stuff that I have to make here to make some of this work, because some of this has to be created here, so that I'm not just using nothing but the cargo stuff. That's not fun, and that would be extremely hard to coordinate anyway. So, we need to make titanium rods. We need housing, beams, and rods. Or rods. I don't think we need anything. Yeah, it doesn't. I don't think we have anything else we need to make. The titanium beams, rods, and the housing. And that will allow us to make some stuff. Okay. So, let's see here. Want to break these. Okay, so I think we're going to keep it as is. We do need to rework these smelters. If we can make these fit higher up on the cliff, so we have more space. In fact, we built something up high and had to come back down low. I think smelters. No point in wasting the real estate. That high enough? I think that'll work. Okay, so that one goes there. It's good.
The Raptura is in its stable stage. The climate of Arcadia is returning to normal.
And if we turned this ore Vader, how does it sit? Going like this. I don't know. Man, that's super steep, but it does free up some area. I don't know if we get a better version of the... Get a better version of the smelter. I'd hope that you could. I don't know if I don't know if actually will happen. Okay, that'll be fine. I have a whole lot of options there. Well, it's not going to the ground. Well, it's a possibility. And that'll work, I think. So. Absolute roller coasters of rails. Okay. Okay, we need to have a rail connector. And we'll bring these together. And we'll just put it there. That works. That's high enough. There. One there. Really should actually go stand in the middle of this little plateau so I can actually access everything with the drone. Okay. There. There. And there. Good. We now have 2 of these set up. Hello, Yuna. Good to see you again. Stick around for as long as you'd like. Now, these are going to have these smelters, so I need to grab the materials that I have and stick them back into the machines. Thankfully, you're able to scale the basalt pretty easily. There we go. Okay. Then we had the bars themselves. I mean, this just looks a little ridiculous, honestly. You know what? I'm not going to be staring at this for very long, so aesthetically, eh. If it really bugs me, I can always change it. All right. So, we're going to be feeding these out into... How many things? We're going to feed them out into, what, 3 things? Okay, so we need the housing, beam, rod, and the housing itself. But good otherwise. So beam, rod, housing. It looks like rods are the titanium rods are the ones that are the most used. Yes. We now need to take a look at our building. Okay, so we can do the rods. We can do the bars. Oh no, the sheets, my mistake. But nothing else. So the titanium housing still has to be done in the... Well, that's good, because we're going to be doing a lot more in the way of the titanium rods, so that's good. Okay, and then the beams and the sheets go into the housing. Okay, so we do need to do sheets. Okay. Okay. Let's measure out a length here, essentially. How wide? Okay, so we could fit about 4 of these in here. We're not going to be doing that. But that is an option for us. Okay. Let's kind of get our length. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay. Yeah, I think that's the height we're going to go. Okay, so let's see. We need to get normal extractors. The normal fabricators. We can have them have the same footprint, though. We probably won't do that. Okay, so let me see here. We need to have one that's going to be doing the rods. One that's going to be doing the sheets. These two. We're making the beams. Because we're doing so many rods, I might do a second one for rods. Actually, we want to do 2 beams, because that will then reach us to about the same speed as these ones. Yeah, I think that's what we want. Okay. Let's see, did I have rods on my person? No, but I have the materials here, so go pull those up onto those machines up that way. let's see, can I do a walkway? This would be a perfect example for a big walkway. That. And then doing a, I don't know. And shallow stairs? Yes. So I immediately start with materials in the machines. Always seems to help jumpstart them. So, okay. So we've got 2 diggers for 2 machines here. So I think we're gonna have these split. Let's see. Let's go ahead and do a... Yes. No. Okay. Okay, so we have beams. Beams. I was looking at these. Yep. Titanium sheets. And rods. That should work. But I'm wondering if I should have a way so then all the machines can craft into move into either one. That wouldn't be a bad idea. How did I do that? I think I did really like this. And then it was he's on either side, I believe. Is that particularly viable here? I don't know. It should be. Let's go ahead and set up the other one here. I think we'll do that. I think I'll be fine. Okay. So the beams come out. They need to join with the sheets. So the sheets need to be here. Because sheets and beams go together to make the housing. So we need to have... I think that's the only instance there. Yes. Because the only other time that they get used is actually making the valve itself. Okay, so when these come out, they need to be split off to go into a couple different directions. The beams come together. They'll go into another fabricator. A couple fabricators. And this is where the thing's going to be useful. That, and then this. Yeah, that's right. I think what we'll do is we'll go ahead. A little change here. That way. This one's going this way. Okay. Okay. And we're gonna make oh, because we don't do hang on. I forgot about this. We don't put them into fabricators, we put them into furnaces. Furnaces make the thing. Let's see. Now I don't think I can make these with the level 2 furnace. I cannot. Okay, so normal furnace it is. Yep, I am hungry.
Delicious.
There we go. Okay. This one connects here. Okay, we also need to get the sheets from here. Get into both of those machines. Could we do that? I think we can, actually. Let's change these again. We do a thing here. I don't think that's going to work. I think we need to have another space. Hopefully make it a little easier. Okay. So, if I do that way, that going this way, so they can get into either machine. Then if I do a raised one here that is higher than that one, we go over into the thing. So, I think I'm gonna have to make a pipe. I'm gonna have to put a pillar down. So it needs to be that high. So we're gonna go that and that. I'll swoop down over that and back into here. That works. Maybe we don't need to have that one. Let me go ahead and just do a normal, because we need to do this. That. We then do this one, and it goes on top of this one. Goes over like that. Okay, I think that works. Okay, so the plates will come out. this. So the beams can go into the beams. The beams immediately go into here or across this middle one to make its way here and in. This one comes out and either goes in or it goes on the inner rail across and in. So they're intersecting at some. The rods, no, not the sheets, not the rods. The sheets come out and they either go up and go across, go in, or they stay down and go in. So the machines are all lined up. Okay, good. It's exactly what I want to see. Exactly what I was hoping for. A little screwy, but it's working. We will worry about putting the lead plates in and stuff after we get everything run together, so it's less things to delete if I have. Yeah, so titanium housing. Titanium housing. Okay, good. So the titanium housing and the... Then the rod, beams, and sheet. Oh, we have to have beams also come out again. Shoot. I don't think I accounted for that. I have not accounted for that. Beams, rods, and housing all go into the valve, which is one of our options. How do I get that to work? Oh, do you know what? That's actually not hard. We just do another split here. Okay, and then this one comes over here because we need to have beams available to us. Okay, so that's how we can get beams out here. Okay, so we now have housing, beams. And we also have a way to get the rods out. Right. Okay, those all combine together into making the valves. Now, they also have to connect with the nozzle, which we have not done yet. Which takes a little bit of extra work. Okay, so looking at this again. I believe the nozzle is... No, the impeller is the thing that's used for... Okay. So... Okay, so the next thing that we have to do is we need to take the heat-resistant sheet, helium, and stabilizer to make the nozzle. So the heat-resistant sheet is up here. So let's make a spot where it can show, where it can be plopped down and can be used. This is where we get out our cargo receiver. I'm going to go ahead and make 2 here. Okay. We need the we need the heat sheets here. Okay. We also need to also need to drop the stabilizers here. So heat sheets, T5. T4 heat sheets. I remember it just stays all caps. This is receive. T for oh, this is the stabilizers, isn't it? Stabilizer. Okay, I think that makes sense. Okay. So, we have rods, heat-resistant sheet, stabilizer. We have to get Wolfram plate up here somehow. Or not. Heat-resistant sheet, stabilizer, and helium go together to make a nozzle. So we need to get a mega press out to make that viable. Okay. And then we also need to have a setup here for the... Yes, we have to make room for the nozzle in a mega press, but we can also do the we'll also need to keep the, because the impeller's going to be done in a different spot. Yeah, this is when we start cranking out the different materials. Let's see. Let's go ahead and do some more of these rail connectors. Okay. There. On there. And we need to have... Oh, yeah, and then we need to have another connection here to get the beams in. We go around this curve. Out there. And there. Okay. I think at this point we start throwing out some mega presses here. Do we have need of? I don't think we do. Okay, so valve. Valve gets those, and the impeller gets those. Yes, we need a way for multiple things to go down the hill. Because we make the impeller, and that connects with two other things, and that makes the turbine, which we need in a mega press. Okay. So I think if we do two... Yeah, so we don't do... If we do two of the... Two of those. I think that works out just fine, doesn't it? Yeah, so I think we're just making the nozzle, essentially. I think that's all we're doing. That's all we're making out of these. So, yeah, so the impeller is here. It's going to take the rods. It's going to, yeah, it's going to take all that. We need the nozzle. Is the battery in my list of materials? It is. Then why is it not in my thing? Oh, I gotta do a whole nother... Oh, darn it. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Told you it wouldn't go quite how I thought. Something might be slightly off. I might need to make another... Told you it was going to cause problems. Okay. Give me a second here. I have to delete some stuff, and then I have to put some stuff back in.
Activity.
Ah.
Prepare for a wave.
That's okay. I'm figuring this out. During the rupture. I think I can get this laid out. Ah, I gotta run. I don't have a I have a way back up here. Hello.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay. Okay. While we're in here, let me go ahead and get this tube. I think it's just an inductor and electronics that make a battery. Oh, and the sulfuric acid. That's okay, that's not bad. So as long as we have the electronics, the inductor, add the sulfuric acid, we get a battery. Makes sense? Just need to close up some stuff here. Okay, that's what I thought. I do have rods. These. And these. Take these and see what we can do with them.
Raptura's core is unstable. Head to safety immediately.
Data collected.
Extreme temperature detected.
Okay. Sorry for the audio clipping in and out. Everybody who's watching or in the future watching, it's when I click out of the game. So, kind of wish it didn't do that, but it does no matter what I do.
Planetary temperature within acceptable parameters.
Buttons are overheated. I'm aware. Okay. Okay. Make our way back up here. So, getting the nozzle set up. Rods. Works. Sheets. I don't have beams. I don't think. Nope, I do not have beams. There. Okay. I need a lot of helium going up into here. Another email. Okay. We need the helium up here for the nozzle. So I'm thinking maybe we do a I think that's the only thing left I have to do up here is this. If I have one going through here and have it split off, go here, I guess. I guess that works. So why not going through between the machines, though? I'm trying to think of the flow that we're going here, because we have things that need to continue onward: the heat-resistant sheet and the stabilizer. So we could actually have them go through in between and go down this way. We could have the helium come up a different direction. All right, Zach, you have a good night, and I will see you tomorrow for some more of this. And maybe I'll have a freelancing episode tomorrow, and you'll pop in for a moment there. Okay. Go ahead and get these kind of set up. Taking the rods. They're going this way, right? Okay. Okay. That's just like this. Okay. And then we have our two mega presses. Let me think. Let's see. Okay, so the helium needs to come up here, but if I did that, I don't know how it's gonna feed back into the system. Yeah, we'll just have the helium come in from the side. I think I'm just thinking about this a little too much. And I need to not think about it quite so much. Okay. That goes straight, because we're going to be sending other things down to the pipeline. That makes sense. Right. The nozzles are going to come out. Now, we don't know where the nozzles are going to go. It's going to show up yet. So, keeping it separate lines for as long as I can is kind of the preference. Just need the helium over here. Yeah, I've got room. Okay. I'll do a little bit of a fall and burn ourselves on over here. I think we're going to realign these. Let's go ahead and get the Tier 3 rail. Let's go ahead and get a connector. This. Go ahead and put it between the two. 15.
Raptura status stable. Arcadia status stable.
Okay. I'm thinking, do this. Let me go up. Probably should have that up higher. Whoops. Okay, so the heli can come up here now.
Arcadia 7 has finished regenerating.
None of this is powered at the moment, so we need to get the power up here. I think we need to get a zip line station set up, so I can stop here. I don't know, how long do we want to have this? Right height. Six. Okay. And then we're gonna be dropping here, and then we need to be able to run over and get to all the machines. So let me see here. I do a looks like we're one level up from the three, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Yay, it all lit up. Well, it's working. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 16. Ah, we do it every fourth. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. Good, we're getting nozzles built.
Acquired. I need to survive.
Need to break these a little bit because we need to do a couple things. We need to get the nozzles to go all into the same line, more or less. We need to get the rods to be able to go down. Thank you. Okay. Let's get this rail fixed up if we can. Oh, I know what to do. If we do a one like this, and we just lower it. We can have these two connect to it. That one connects there. This one connects here. But this one does not. This one keeps going. Now we have a singular line as the nozzles. We have another line here that breaks off and goes this way. It connects here, like so. This connects like this, where the helium connects. Those going again. We actually need to do another setup. We can get the rods out at a different spot. Oh, do you know what we can do? We can do kind of the same thing again. Let's break this one. And if we do another one like this. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Two, 3. Okay. Now, take this. There we go. Now we have the way the rods get out. So the rods, the heat-resistant sheets, and the stabilizers all go out through this line and down through the system. The nozzles all connect together, and they all go down as well. So I think we're, for the moment, let's do a little change here. Make sure that we get this where we need to go. Okay. Okay. And there we go. Okay. We got the nozzles built. Okay, so I think we're doing good so far. How close are we? Ah, we're getting there. There we go. Okay, let's see. Oh, that's right. Okay, so high enough that I'll grab that. Good. Go and do a save. Okay. Okay, let me think here. Hmm. Okay, now we do have stuff that we'll need to make that can kind of go along the line and come down to another area, essentially. I think. Yeah, because we need to get the rods down. We need someplace to have the Wolfram stuff come into play. And I don't know where we can do that. Okay, so let's see. That is that. Hmm. 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 Bum, bum, ba-dow. Maybe it should be just a single line. You caught me? How'd you catch me? What do you mean? Oh, you caught me playing. That's why. Well, I'm glad to have you here, one way or another. Okay, let's see.
Ruptura activity detected. I recommend finding a safe place.
You always spoil my fun, don't you? Jeez. Nice. I can imagine you're enjoying yourself quite a lot with that. Oh, does it? Got it second hand? Not a problem. That's a little high, isn't it? 90 euros for cleaning. Okay. So, we got that handled so far. That's right. We can't do anything with any of this for the most part.
Ruptura's eruption has started.
Right.
The impact. Star rupture has started. Hide.
And 30 on the top for 30 for the cleaning. Yeah.
Warning. The planet is being incinerated.
I'm doing pretty good. We're just working on the factory, kind of getting things set up and stuff. Over the weekend, I was taking a look at the Azeron gaming peripherals. I kind of want to have one, but for the price that they're at, it's kind of out of my budget. Didn't realize that they were actually created in the EU, which I thought was kind of interesting. Yeah, so it's a typically they're going for between $225 and $250, and then it's like another $40 for the shipping to get to the US. And then I don't think that includes some of the extra fees in terms of like getting through ports and duty and stuff like that. So it would be nice if it was if I could. Luckily they have made the option of making a. Oh, let's see. It's 8:30 p.m. I will probably stream tomorrow. I don't know, maybe 10 p.m., 10:30 or something like that. I'll probably stream some tomorrow. In the kind of midday for me, so it would be nighttime for you, but it would be close to, yeah. Yeah, but hopefully you'll be able to catch me then, so. Let's see. Bye-bye. Yeah, see you later. I think what we're going to do is we're going to do a one on the inside of the ring here. That was actually going to be a little bit more of a curve. Let's go ahead and roll that out just a little further, I think. Well, we can see. Let's take a look. Yeah, that'll do. I think that works. Okay. Okay, now we're gonna have to, we're gonna figure out how to set that one up. Okay, the attempt I want to make here is I want to send stuff, I want to be able to send stuff up there, potentially. I guess we'll have to figure that out at another point, though, because as of right now, I can't think of any reason to send things up there. We're just going to pull things down from there instead. So, yeah, that's actually not worth the trouble. Let's see. Go ahead and do sakes. Really? That works. Okay. Things can go up, things can go down. Now, at this point, I need to get another zip line up so that it can go up over the lines. Okay, so we've made the... Okay. Okay, we got to here. Okay. When looking at this location, we do need to bring in the Wolfram still. And it probably would be better to have it here rather than have it continue on. So essentially, everything that comes along here either comes along here, gets made, and then continues onward. If that's the case, yeah. I think we can change this then. Connect in right like that. That works wonderfully. Hugs that cliff side pretty well. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. That's not what I want to do. Now, if I brought in just the Wolfram stuff. Yeah, if the Wolfram stuff came in here, we did all the Wolfram stuff here. I think that would work out just fine. I think we need to move some things here. And I think I really should move the sulfur and stuff over to there. There's nothing else getting over there. There's no really good place to put anything over there anyway. So, yeah, I think that's what we'll do is we will move over here. Because then we have the two pressures and stuff. We have the, yeah, I think that's just going to be better overall. Yeah. Let's see.
The Raptura is in its stable stage. The climate of Arcadia is returning to normal.
Good. Let's see. We need to take another pressurizer. Okay. Another big thing of storage. We're gonna go ahead and put it like right here or something like that. We're gonna have to rework our lines here because this won't work particularly well. Not to mention, like, I kind of want to rework them anyway. Let's go ahead and yank this. Not to mention that we might have to take a another lane that can go back the way this came, so it can go to the center. So let's do that as well. So that's fine. Okay, let me think here. I think that'll work. Is that high enough? It looks like it. Is that the right height? Why is it yanking it up like that? I don't get it. I want this to stay at the same height, essentially. Building's too long. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah. So, we need to do a split. And this is where we need the chemicals to come in. Okay. This is why I at least want to have a multi-rail here, because we can have the sulfur running around on one of those lines. We're not going to have a problem with it.
Dehydrated.
Want it at all. Hmm. Okay. Okay. Okay, so we have a way for Sulfur to get to both lines. With the beginning of that setup. So we got to consolidate those into 2 lines at some point. Those 2 lines into 1 line. We can have a little split when we start doing all the pressurized stuff. Let's see.
If I don't drink something soon, I'm gonna die.
Oh, whoop! I did not know that you were that low, my man.
Nice.
Whew. Ah! No! No! Don't! Gosh. I guess if we are going along this way, then we can actually not be up there. We can be down here as well. Building's too long. Hmm. 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 Okay, I think I like that. I like how that works out. How's the power looking at the moment? A power. Oh, change this. Oh. You know what that means?
Nice.
All right. We need to have chemicals pop out here. So we need to pull out a cargo receiver. Well, and that's the question, because I need to have chemicals go in here, but I also need to have chemicals enter into the normal system. I guess we could have it enter there. Receive T4 chemicals. Don't know if we'll see the drone go off. Here it comes. There we go. All the sulfur out of my... And it's still not fully connected, so let's get that fixed. We can, enter the center. Like so. Now the power is overboard. Then we come over here and we add another thing of power. Is there anything we can throw the sulfuric acid into? That system. Oh yeah, there's some places we can take sulfuric acid. So let's do that.
Gotcha.
Here it comes. Here we go. Oh, it's craving for the other one. That's right. Forgot about that. Go ahead and get one of them up on the up high so we can actually get back up. Okay.
Great.
Oh, yeah, this is the helium stuff, right? I think it was something different. Well, do we have anything that takes the pressurized helium? So I want to make sure that I kind of work the system. Yes, something does take pressurized helium, so we can do that. Don't need to run all the way out here. Go grab it from the thing.
Dehydrated. Oh, nice.
Good.
I'm detecting increased Ruptura activity. Prepare for a wave.
Okay. Let me get inside. Go, 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 go.
Core is unstable. Head to safety immediately.
Don't stand too close, you'll hurt your corneas. Nice.
Planetary temperature within acceptable parameters. Okay. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Okay, so for the most part, that should all be good. Should be all that we really need. In terms of setup. That.
Okay, so this can get over there. All that jazz. That's helpful. Okay. Get rid of this stuff.
I can use this.
There we go. Whew. Okay, one last thing here, and then we're going to finish up for the night. So. Okay.
Ruptura status, stable. Arcadia status, stable.
Tasty.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and save there and finish this up now. Right. Tomorrow we're gonna do some more work on this. I think what we need to do is we need to get the the manufacturing done for the calcium and the wolfram, and then start working on laying things out into a middle base where we're able to kind of send things through. So that'll be what we'll work on tomorrow. I don't know how far we're going to get, but we'll see. I hope that we'll get along decently. We don't have to do tons for, like, the base to get, like, the... getting some of the stuff. We'll just kind of have to see. Either way. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you for just being awesome as you are. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say goodnight now. I hope you guys are gonna have a good week. We are finally into June. We are finally in summer. So hopefully you're able to kick back and enjoy if you are taking a break from your education, you know, for a semester or something like that. If you're doing summer schooling or something, just make sure that you take care of yourselves. Right now, everything's crap. And honestly, I very much understand the feeling of just wanting to just shut myself away from the world and just kind of do my own thing and not worry about anything else. But, yeah, I'm hoping that we're able to do, you know, we're able to get better from here. Like I said at the beginning of the stream, there are some people in power who I just want to punch, but that's not a possibility. So I have to get that frustration out in something more productive. Anyway, I will see you guys in the next stream. And if you can't catch the streams live, you can always go to my YouTube page. It's in the About Me. It's in the About Me on Twitch, as is the link that's been going around in the down in the chat on screen. So you're able to access that and you're able to see the VODs. Yeah, all that. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Until then, take care and good night.